Well, hello there. Thank you for this opportunity to tell you about the Society of St. Vincent de Paul in Peterborough, Ontario, and how we support neighbours in need through practical help and community partnerships. In response to frequently asked questions and queries, this presentation will explain who we are and what we do, how we serve the community in and around Peterborough, and especially explain how your household and clothing donations directly support the Vinnies Food Pantry. What can you donate? How and when? Stay tuned. The Society of St. Vincent de Paul is an international organization formed of lay Catholics. It was established in Paris, France in 1833 by a group of young university students. Today, the Society is present in more than 150 countries with 800,000 members and 1.5 million volunteers who together assist over 30 million people every day. The Society's mission reached Canada in 1846 with the first conference at Notre Dame in Quebec City, followed by St. Michael's Cathedral in Toronto in 1851. 35 years later, the Society arrived in Peterborough, where the St. Peter in Chains Conference in 1886 laid the foundation for more than 140 years of local outreach. Over time, the Society's presence in the Peterborough region grew steadily. In 1984, 3 parish conferences were established and formed the Peterborough Particular Council, St. Mary, Immaculate Conception, and St. Alphonsus, followed in 1985 by Sacred Heart, St. John the Baptist, and St. Anne. Our first thrift store opened in 1990, marking the beginning of our social enterprise work. Growth continued into the 21st century. The Erskine Vinnies store and the Society of St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry opened in 2011, expanding both our outreach and our capacity to serve. St. Patrick and Our Lady of Fatima conferences joined the Society in 2014, followed by St. Paul the Apostle in 2017. The Lakefield Vinnies store opened in 2018, extending our reach beyond the city, and in 2022, the Hunter Street Vinnies store opened its doors, continuing our legacy of service. Looking at organizational structure, the Society in Peterborough today is comprised of 8 parish-aligned conferences, 5 in the city and 1 each in Minden, Lakefield, and Lindsay. These conferences serve their local communities through a wide range of supports, from wellness checks for people who are homebound to responding to urgent calls for help from individuals and families facing hardship. Together, the conferences form and have representation on an overarching body called a Particular Council. The Peterborough Particular Council was founded in 1979 and formally incorporated as a limited, not-for-profit company in 1984, responsible for the Vinnies Thrift Stores and the Food Pantry. Today, it continues to guide and support a vibrant and evolving mission, rooted in faith, sustained by community, and dedicated to serving those in need. How does your generosity, whether through donated items, shopping at Vinnies, or making a financial contribution, translate into real support for our neighbors in need? When you donate clothing or household goods, those items are sorted, priced, and sold in our non-profit Vinnies Thrift Stores. Unlike many thrift operations, every dollar of profit, after basic operating costs, is directed to the St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry. Those funds become food hampers, hygiene supplies, and emergency assistance for individuals and families in our community. Whether you donate items, shop with us, or offer a monetary gift, you are directly helping us provide essential support to neighbors facing hardship. 3 of the questions we are frequently asked are: where can I find Vinnies in Peterborough and Lakefield? What are your hours of operation? What is your process for accepting donations? Well, the Society operates 3 thrift stores under the banner of Vinnies Feel Good Shopping. In Peterborough, 2 stores are located on 799 Erskine Street and 52 Hunter Street East, and 1 at 144 Queen Street in Lakefield. Hours of operation at Erskine are Monday through Wednesday, 9 to 5, Thursday and Friday, 9 to 9, and Saturday, 9 to 5. Hunter Street and Lakefield are open 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday. Donations are accepted at all 3 stores, with Erskine and Hunter accepting donations between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. and Lakefield between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday. For donations of furniture, we ask that donors call ahead and send a photo. This helps us make sure we can accept the item and have space to receive it. For our Peterborough locations, the Erskine store usually has 3 or 4 staff helping with intake, but they may be out on pickups, deliveries, or dump runs, so availability of staff can vary. At Hunter Street, donors are asked to ring a bell at the donation door for assistance, and in Lakefield, donations are received inside the store. Donated clothing is sent to our warehouse for sorting, grading, storage, and pricing. Other items may be accepted directly at the store, priced and placed on the sales floor. Unfortunately, some donations arrive as garbage or recycling and must be separated immediately. We strongly discourage these types of drop-offs as they increase our operating costs. This slide shows how we request donations on our website and on Facebook and Instagram. We encourage donations of clean, good quality items. Typically, however, donations usually arrive in bags or boxes containing a mix of usable and, unfortunately, unsellable items. For larger donations, such as furniture, our staff will decline items that are damaged, heavily worn, or considered otherwise unsellable. We appreciate donors' understanding that accepting only quality items helps us reduce disposal costs and focus our resources on supporting those in need. For donors wishing to support us financially, our Vinnies webpage has a link for online donations via PayPal. Our largest charitable activity, the St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry, also known as Vinnies Food Pantry, is located at 256 Murray Street, Peterborough. In partnership with Kawartha Food Share, conferences, and generous donors, we were able to distribute $1.5 million worth of food to over 21,200 people in 2025, 37% of whom were children. Our Vinnies Lakefield store donated $12,000 to the Lakefield Community Food Bank in 2025. Since opening in 2018, we've contributed over $90,000 to help ensure families in Lakefield have access to the food they need. Families in need are eligible to come to our Vinnies Food Pantry once in 4 weeks. The Society of St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry is open to all those in need, without exception, twice a week, on Wednesday and Saturday mornings, keeping food on tables while preserving dignity and choice. In addition to the food received from Kawartha Food Share, this slide shows from where we purchase additional food locally for the food pantry and the total value of the food distributed. So from where did we find $242,000 to buy food for the food pantry in 2025? Well, much of it came from financial donations, but one very important and significant source is from our 3 thrift stores operating under the banner of Vinnies Feel Good Shopping. All profits from these stores go to our CRA registered charitable organization, the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, which operates the Vinnies Food Pantry with some paid staff and a large number of volunteers. A brief look at year-over-year usage is instructive. In 2025, more than 21,200 people were helped, of whom more than 7,800, or 37%, were children. A marked decline in international student usage was partially offset by growing family need and a significant uptick in food assistance for children. Over the past 4 years, we have seen a significant rise in the number of children needing support. In 2022, in the middle of COVID, the number of children served increased by 39%. In 2023, the increase was 18%, followed by an 8% rise in 2024. Most recently, in 2025, we experienced another increase of 13% in the number of children served. These year-to-year changes reflect a continuing and urgent need among families with children in our community. The Society is proud to provide meaningful employment to 42 full and part-time staff, with more than $1,250,000 invested each year in wages and benefits. We are equally grateful to be able to extend financial support to several other organizations, highlighted on this slide, as part of our commitment to strengthening the well-being of our local community. Clothing vouchers are vouchers which can be redeemed at thrift stores and are given on request to some users of the Food Pantry. The Ozanam Fund is a bursary-type educational grant. Over 400,000 donated used items are sold annually, from jewelry, clothing to furniture. We also form partnerships with like-minded organizations. A few are identified here, such as the Mount, One City, and Brock Mission, and others. Strong, caring community and care for the environment are values which our society holds and promotes. So, how can you help? Firstly, by donating. We are always in need of clean, gently used clothing and household goods at our Vinnies stores. You can volunteer. Volunteers sort donations at the Vinnies stores or sort groceries and pack shelves at the Food Pantry. You can find our contact information on our website at vinnies.ca. Please spread the word. Do tell your friends and colleagues what you have learned in this video, how donations fund the Food Pantry, putting food on tables while preserving dignity and choice. And finally, follow us. Check vinnies.ca, Facebook, and Instagram to be notified about urgent needs and special drives. Thank you for watching our video. If you found this helpful or informative, please tell others about the work of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul in Peterborough.